Hey there, creepy peeps. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you're new here. What's up? Subscribe, become a creepy peep today. Today, I'm going to be doing a kind of late mid-year wrap-up. Hey guys, this is Vicky from the future talking to you. I'm just gonna do a little voiceover here because I'm not wearing makeup and it's a little bit scary, although it's a horror channel, so I guess scary is appropriate. Just wanted to hop on really quick and let you guys know that I am not going to be posting a video this Wednesday or Friday, and I will be back again next Monday to start off August. You guys will get the full details of my October plans soon. Thinking maybe the beginning of September I'll start advertising it, but just to give you a little bit of a hint, what I'm doing is still 31 movie reviews, a movie review a day, but I decided to add on an extra layer of complexity, I guess you could say. And so essentially what I'm going to do in order to prepare for this and not get burnt out and drown during October is I'm going to film and edit these October videos in September, which means I have to have all my fun Halloween decorations up and everything to film these. So in order to do that, I have to have the majority of my September videos filmed and ready to go in August, because in September I'm going to put up my Halloween decorations and then everyone will just get confused. So so basically, with the exception of like timely videos in September, like, you know, like It Chapter 2 coming out and stuff like that, with the exception of those ones, all my other September videos are going to be pre-filmed in August so that I can spend September getting ready for October, which, if I get this all pulled off in September, should be awesome, or at least I think it's going to be awesome. So I'm just going to give myself the rest of the week off just to have a little bit of me mental health time, because the next 3 months are going to be crazy, but in a good way, as long as I just, you know, take a little break now. So a mini mental health vacation for the rest of the week, and then jumping into the craziness. Yeah, so I'm not gonna take a social media break or anything, so I'll still be on social media and watching other people's YouTube videos for the rest of the week. So yeah, so enjoy the rest of this video and I will see you guys next Monday. Okay, back to Vicky from the past. Really quick though, before I get into anything else, I do have to say a warm welcome to a couple of new patrons. Like, holy moly, it's probably the biggest amount of patrons I've ever got in one weekend. So I want to say a welcome to Jack, Christina, Alex, and Caitlin. Thank you guys so much for your support of my channel. Welcome again to my Patreon page. If you want to find out the perks to being a creepy patron peep, there's always a link in the description so you can check it out for yourself. So one of my patrons, B, or a Queen Bee as we like to call her on my Patreon page, sent me a link to a tag which was originally for books, a mid-year wrap-up, and we are a little bit past the middle of the year, I understand, but I still haven't, for some reason, I just it never registered in my brain to do a mid-year wrap-up, which I've done in the past before. So I kind of took those questions that were applied to books, just changed the wording a little bit so they applied to movies, and I took out some of the questions that just didn't really apply. I'll link the original, I'll link the link that B gave me in the comment section so you can see that. But like I said, it's applied to books, so I just kind of changed the wording. That's all I did. The first question, best movie you've watched so far in 2019. Woo! If we're just including 2019, like new releases, horror noir, that's at the top of my list so far. I don't know if I want to keep it on that list because it is a documentary, but I also have Conversations with a Killer on there, so I figure I'm just gonna leave it. That one was my favorite so far. I love a good documentary. But if we're excluding documentaries, #1 movie is Us. Now, if we're talking not 2019 specific, just movies I watched for the first time so far this year, Assassination Nation hands down. I just recently watched that. I know I'm a little bit late to the party, but oh my gosh, I love that movie. Next question, new release you haven't watched yet, but want to. So far this year, I feel like I've been kind of good. There are always like indie new releases that just get released on video on demand, all sneaky like, without much warning. And yeah, sometimes I end up having to play catch up at the end of the year, but I feel like I've been pretty good so far. One movie though that I just haven't been able to watch and review yet is Nightmare Cinema. I really want to see it. So I've been avoiding those that have reviewed it. I know like Girly Gore reviewed it recently. I've been avoiding the reviews because I want to watch it. I love a good horror anthology and I just want to watch it. Next question, most anticipated release for the second half of 2019. It Chapter 2, I feel like it's been at the top of my most anticipated list since the first one came out. And we're very close, guys. We're very close to finally seeing it. It's almost upon us. After that though, Black Christmas, and I'm just including that because this one was a surprise for most of us. I feel like the news kind of just came out of nowhere a little bit. And recently, it was announced quite recently, and it's slated to come out at the end of this year, which everyone's a little shook by, which I don't blame anybody. I was also a little bit shook by that, and I'm so intrigued. Halloween horror movies are like the best horror movies. I gotta say that I love Halloween horror movies. Christmas horror movies are a close second, so I'm excited for that one. Next question, biggest disappointment so far. I'd have to say Crawl. I was looking at my 2019 list, and out of all the lower ranked movies, I was most excited to see Crawl, and that one disappointed me a little bit. I honestly don't know why it did. Like, I don't know why like my brain wasn't gonna be like, this is just gonna be like a fun alligators eating people sort of thing. I don't know, but I wasn't as jazzed about it when the movie started playing, you know? So I have a feeling it'll grow on me a little bit, but for now I'm just a little bit disappointed. Biggest surprise so far, I would probably say The Perfection. Not that I didn't think it was gonna be bad, because I honestly had no expectations going in to watch this movie. It just kind of like blew me away how much I loved it and how good it was. So Perfection, I think, is the biggest surprise. Favorite new director so far. This one is hard. That was a really tough decision. I kind of tried to go off of directorial debuts for 2019. Because like the year, again, some of my top rated films, Ari Aster, Jordan Peele, and Michael Dougherty would have gotten it, but I just went off of movies who have never seen the director's work before, and I had to give it to Mitzi Perrone, probably saying her name wrong, Braid. Even though I didn't necessarily love the movie, I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. I think it's like middle of the list somewhere. But in terms, like if you watch it with the mindset that this is this woman's directorial debut, killed it. It's a solid AF directorial debut, gotta say. Newest favorite actor. Because I saw it so recently, my instinct was to go with Florence Pugh from Midsommar. But when I went back and looked at my list just to make sure that's who I wanted to put, I have to give it to, I'm sorry Florence, but Lupita Nyong'o kind of edges you out a little bit. She was amazing in Us. Amazing. Most of the actors in that movie did play a dual role, obviously, for their doppelgangers, but she killed it as both Adelaide and Red. Like, just so good. If Homegirl does not at least get an Oscar nomination for that role, I'm leaving the country. That's it. Like, I'm done. I'm leaving the country. I don't know where I'm gonna move to, but it ain't gonna be here. Movie that made you scream, and by that I just mean movie that scared me the most or creeped me out the most so far in 2019. I'm also gonna go with Us for this one. We had a lot of creepy movies so far in 2019, but this one stuck with me the most after I'd left the theater. Midsommar is a close second, but Us, again, just edged it out just a little bit. Movie that made you happy. This one I kind of just took directly from the original tag. I guess I mean what I mean, like movie that made you happy. I feel like I don't need to explain this to horror fans though. Like you guys can understand like a horror movie can just make you happy, like because it was so good, I guess. I don't know. Maybe you'll understand with my answer, which is Godzilla King of the Monsters. That's what I had to go for this one. I know a lot of people didn't like it, but it satisfied my most basic desires to see a giant monster fighting other giant monsters and smashing things, and yeah, it made me happy. Hopefully that makes sense. Favorite review you've posted this year? I really like this question. So this one, if we're gonna go with 2019 like new releases, The Farm, because I got to rant and get angry and I love a good rant. If we're talking not 2019 movie reviews, my drunk review of Leprechaun. It's a whole ass mess. Honestly, I'll link it up on the screen. It is age gated, so if you're under 18, I'm sorry, it's not gonna let you watch it. I was scared. I didn't want it to get taken down by YouTube or something, so I age gated it myself just in case. But yeah, and to be honest, I still have not really had an alcoholic beverage after that. Finally, best movie poster you've seen so far, and that one is a tie between Midsummer, because it's just like, I love simple movie posters, and that one is just like, you know, Florence Pugh's face, she's crying, but she's got like the flower crown on, and it's just like, just that and the title, Midsummer, is just like, you're so fascinated by what it's about. You're like, what could this movie be about? Like if you knew nothing beforehand and you just saw the poster. Like close second would be The Wind, which is also super simple yet scary. Just the woman standing in the door frame, nothing outside the door, it's just planes, nothing, and then like scary like shadowy hands around the door. Like if you just saw the the poster and the title, I would definitely click on that movie. Okay, so that was the mid-year movie tag. I don't know. If anyone else hasn't done their mid-year recap yet and you want to use this tag format, please do, because I'd love to see how everybody else's year in horror is going so far. Let me know your answers to the questions in the comment section. I'll pin a comment with all the questions for you if you want to answer them for yourself. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new here. Become a Creepy Peep today. I post videos Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You can ring that notification bell down there to be notified every time I post a video, even though it doesn't work all the time. I'm just saying. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, stay strange. Bye.
This video is brought to you by all these lovely creepy patron peeps that you see listed on the left-hand side of the screen. If you want to find out the perks to being a creepy patron peep, you can follow that link that is in the description of this video. No pressure, but it's there if you want to check it out. Thanks for watching. Bye!